they were casting for Superwoman, CrossFit athlete Michelle Merand would surely leave most of the competition standing. Having won the honor of fittest woman on the continent, it is tempting to see her as this all-conquering force. But as we'd learn, she's had her fair share of fears.
Hi, the Insider SA. Welcome to my gym. Let's train. I'm currently the first woman in Africa. I got here by being super consistent. I started in 2015. There was a CrossFit gym down the road from me that was giving 2 weeks free, and I decided to jump in on that. Really started as a newbie, wasn't really able to squat or skip and stuff like that, and I just put like all my energy into it and 100% effort. And as the years progressed, I got better and better and started to really believe in my capabilities as an athlete.
Since CrossFit is not as well known as other sports, our all-African champion cannot afford to be a full-time athlete, but it does pay in many other ways.
My CrossFit journey started in 2015. Before that, I wasn't really into fitness. I worked at a restaurant and I enjoyed going out at night and things like that, you know, normal lifestyle. And then I smoked and I really wanted to stop smoking, so I got into exercise. And I couldn't run to the beach and back. I lived 700 meters from the beach and I really struggled. I pushed myself to be able to do that, and then the 700 meters turned into 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, and eventually I ran my first 10K on New Year's 2015. And then joined a CrossFit gym after that, and I really started to enjoy lifting weights and doing the gymnastics, and I felt really empowered by the type of training that I got from CrossFit.
That makes her the best advert for her sport and career as a coach and gym owner.
CrossFit is super dynamic. You have to do gymnastics, weightlifting, cardio. They threw things like swimming into the events, so things that you don't really practice, but what CrossFit does is it prepares you for everything, all the unknowns and the unknowables. By just doing workouts every day, you'll see that you'll improve in your running. If you're just squatting, you'll improve in your endurance by doing bike workouts. So just doing CrossFit events is really going to help you get fitter in all aspects. My training for the CrossFit Games season differs depending on the time of the year. In February, we head into the open that is extremely fitness orientated. So it's light barbells, burpees, body weight, things that we really have to test your engine. Then you move over into March, April, and then it's the quarterfinals. This is very strength and skill orientated, where we're going to practice high skill gymnastic movements. Get to the semifinals, that's where most of us need to peak in order to make the games. And then when you get to the games, it's really heavy, really fast, really nasty, it's fabulous. This is my post-workout carbs. Pure sugar, exactly what you need after training to replenish all the glycogen you've lost during exercise.
Key to Michelle competing at next year's CrossFit Games is the work of Dr. Meg Dutton.
I think Megan's role in terms of a physio and just in terms of a friend in my journey in CrossFit has been just exponential. She's kept me safe, injury-free, and just helped me when not to do a competition, when it's okay to push through, just really helped me like stay level-headed.
Today we're helping Michelle with her shoulder that she's been struggling with for a number of months. We're trying to increase mobility within the joints itself, not only mobility but also muscular flexibility and soft tissue pliability, basically in order to ensure that she has optimal movement for all the movement patterns that she executes within CrossFit per se. We've walked an amazing path together from a musculoskeletal point of view, and when she was in the games, I used to send her a message and say, "This is your South African physio speaking." I would normally see you on this day and just wishing you luck and all the rest. So for me, it's been an absolute honor and great privilege to be able to work with an athlete of her caliber.
The only thing more important than training and recovery is food. Let's go eat.
For power, energy, and endurance to call on in competition, your fuel mix has to be right.
As a professional athlete, it's super important that I get enough calories in the day, and I use an app to track my macros, which is my protein, carbs, and fat, to make sure I'm fueling correctly for all my workouts. First, our meal of the day is a shake. It's got oats, cereal, protein powder, glutamine, ashwagandha, maca, salt, and cinnamon. It's about 700 calories and a perfect balance between the carbs, fats, and proteins. As an athlete, and obviously during training, we lose a lot of salt and electrolytes, and it's very important to replenish that for muscle cramps and energy levels. For lunch and dinner, friends of mine, Giles, they prepare my meals. They know exactly what I need from a protein, carb, and fat perspective. It differs every day, sometimes bobotie, sometimes shredded chicken, sometimes noodle dishes, but it's always the macros that are the fat, carbs, and protein that are most important.
Michelle shares her very active life with partner Simone van Beek.
One of our friends, he owns a gym in Brackenfell. We decided to get a bunch of athletes together and we decided to start training together as a team to make a big CrossFit competition. Back then it was called Meridian Regionals in Spain. So we started training together to make it towards Spain, which was a journey in the CrossFit Games.
And it was love at first sight.
I think one of the big things that I really admire about Michelle is her determination, the drive that she has just in terms of not only work but personal life. She always puts those around her first. She never puts herself first, and at the end of the day, she still comes out to be the best, so it's really good. The bonus is we both have a passion for fitness, so when she trains really hard, I get to train next to her, and we get to be fit and healthy.
Ride together and die together.
With the Winelands on their doorstep, riding out has proven as good for the soul as the body.
I'm really trying to get more involved with outside sports. I just think as a CrossFit athlete and a coach, we spend a lot of time indoors and we forget about things like swimming and running and mountain biking. So I'm really trying to, soak up the vitamin D outside, take a look at this beautiful Cape Town and just really get involved outdoors a bit.
This outgoing fitness lifestyle with Simone and friends like Angie Conaway has allowed Michelle to quietly chip away at all kinds of inner fears.
What fitness has done for me is absolutely massive. I really feel I'm one of those people that can say CrossFit saved their life. I was not going in the right path as a teenager. I was going completely wrong way. And once I found fitness and the CrossFit specifically, I changed a lot of things about myself. I was also extremely scared to talk in front of people. And even starting my first class, I would have to ask Simone, won't you please start the class? I had such bad stage fright. I've got so much more confidence from the sport and just really, it's boosted me big time.
In her professional and personal life, this super athlete wants to help others, but as she knows, you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Fitness is incredibly important for mental health. I can speak from my own experiences. Really been in a dark place, if I can put it like that, and just watching how fitness has helped, release all the natural endorphins, been able to meet new people, to socialize, to form part of a community. It's really helped me get stronger, both physically, but really, really emotionally as well.
Defeating the Achilles heel of her anxieties has opened Michelle Merand's view to a bigger and better world, where she soon hopes to be the CrossFit champion. Just ahead, TikTok